So welcome to October's Spookalicious. Yes, I said spookalicious. Yeah, it's a bit cheesy. But anyway, I'm going to be looking at other paranormal investigators' cases. Well, me and you lot are together. I'm also a spiritualist medium. My MO is mainly through psychometry, so that can be pictures, videos, objects, anything like that. So what I'm going to do at the end is I'm going to tune in completely and I'm going to do a mini reading and I'm going to see what I get. So tune in to the end because you don't want to miss out on what I picked up as a medium. So this is Twin Paranormal in some massive corn maze somewhere in America. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to their channel because they're pretty amazing. So let me stop waffling and let's get into this.
What? Come back here.
What?
Point your light that way.
Did you just see someone?
Oh, guys.
This is a warning.
Guys, corn's going down. No? Yes.
No way, man.
Yes, yeah. Corn's going down. Look at this. I was just gonna flip the camera around. It's falling, dude.
That's two now. Not only that, that happened the very first time that we were here.
Let's just pause for a minute. What would you do? At this point, would you go further into the maze or would you turn back?
Okay, but it could be maybe a natural occurrence. I don't know. I'm not a corn
It could
expert.
be. Yeah. What are the odds, though?
They went dead silent when we're asking them which way. Again, a corn falls.
Whoa, wait.
That's another block in the path. It's like they're saying, don't go that way.
And if any of you are anything like me, when someone says don't do something, 9 times out of 10 you do it.
This is a warning. It said that right before he was talking about the...
Whoa! No way. Dude, they just gave us a warning not to go that way, right?
Memory.
This is weird.
Okay, so don't go...
Notice there's no wind at all. Let's play this again.
Weird.
Okay, so don't go... God damn. Don't go that way.
Oh my god, this is so weird, guys.
I was going to point out, too, I'm not positive, but River pointed his light away from me when we were over there, and I thought I saw the red trip on the tripwire.
Really?
Yeah, like someone passed it.
Just going to go ahead and turn this. I was flipping the lens so I can see myself, and I was just going to start talking to you guys. I hear what sounded like something break, or just like move. Yeah, and then I looked, and it started...
Shut up.
Now, that sounded loud. That's got to be big, isn't it? It's got to be bigger than a mouse or something.
Started...
Shut up.
That was something else.
Okay, will you tell us if that's you doing this to the corn?
You hear it?
Something's going on.
6.
That's the second 6 tonight. You guys remember what happened the last time? Here? Yes.
Dude.
Remember it said 666 through the night. It's doing it again.
You heard that movement over there, right?
Yeah.
Like the same snapping sound?
Yeah.
Break
Keep
another
seeing,
one!
as a side note, just loads of
getting a little
eyes.
scary. A little?
Like, watching.
It's getting a lot of scary.
There you go.
Definitely a
The
lot of
adrenaline is
scary.
making me take deep breaths, right? And then every time I take deep breaths, the fog goes over my eyes, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
She's still here. She's still around.
They're referring to a spirit that they had coming through.
What?
Really just watch that. I heard somebody over here.
Do I feel like they are blocking the way? Land somewhere. Do you know? The woman and or the dark entity that we dealt with the last couple of times. That's phase 2. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it.
So they're about to do the Estes method, which is real-time communication with spirit. And they wear like noise cancelling headphones. Ryan's going to be wearing the counselling headphones and listening to the voices. And Wyatt and River are going to be the ones asking the questions. Remember that Ryan can't hear a word the other two are saying.
Okay, let's go lights out. Now, we are in the pitch black. If one of you would please demonstrate what's going on with us. The only thing we can see is the red lights on top of the cameras, and we can see that blue light from the REM pod. Other than that, we are Wish me luck.
Whoever's in here right now, just a few minutes ago you were trying to lead us to something. And it also seemed like you were protecting us from somebody else and blocking our pathway through this maze. Whoever has...
Just
Did that
Spirit
just
casually
laugh?
laughing over the
It just
box there.
laughed.
Yes.
Watch out. Turn around.
Q, I was just doing that.
Who exactly is here in this maze with us?
Shut up.
Spirit just casually ringing the bell there. I think that's just a normal bell, nothing fancy.
No way, dude.
He's everywhere.
Whoa.
I don't want to freak you out, River. I'm pretty sure we got something similar the last time, and that's why we couldn't find the evil thing.
I think you're right.
He was the one telling us that he can always see us, he was everywhere.
See, that makes sense, and it links into the wall of eyes that I keep seeing.
Can you please tell my brother what your intentions are?
Do you remember who we are and why we keep coming here?
Remember, Ryan can't hear.
Yes?
Do you remember the conversation we had last time? We were trying to figure out who you are, where you came from. Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
Devil!
Where you came from. Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
Devil!
Devil?
Get out of there.
Devil, get out of there.
Who's saying that? Who thinks that we should get out?
What would you do? Would you stay or would you run?
The last time, and that's why we couldn't find the evil thing.
I think you're right.
He was the one telling us that he can always see us, he was everywhere.
Can you please tell my brother what your intentions are?
Do you remember who we are and why we keep coming here?
I think they do, Wyatt.
Yes?
Do you remember the conversation we had last time? We were trying to figure out who you are, where you came from. Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
Devil!
Devil?
Get out of there.
Devil, get out of there.
Who's saying that? Who thinks that we should get out?
Maybe they should just run now.
I wonder if the mics can hear that. It's like the leaves rustling.
Yeah.
It's still not windy though.
It's not windy at all.
Dead calm.
Agreed. It's really not windy.
That was him.
Who is him?
I was that way. I was behind you.
Oh God, don't look, River.
Wyatt, you.
Shut up.
What?
No
yeah,
way.
I'd be
What does that
pooping my
mean?
pants too.
I asked them if you remember us. Can you say any of our names? You want to talk to me? That's okay.
Behind.
I keep telling you not to look, Wyatt.
Don't freak out.
Don't freak out.
Okay, if you're over there behind Wyatt,
They seem pretty powerful to keep ringing the bell.
can you touch that device again? The one that's glowing red. Please.
Listen carefully.
What the was that?
That was really loud.
Whatever it is, it's making a point.
If you want to talk to me, you got to touch that red light on the ground. Can you do that?
Whoa. Whoa. A whisper said, go back.
Go back.
Like out? We can't go out yet. We can't go back. We're trying to find answers. We're trying to understand this place.
We're stuck in here. Can you help us?
He crawls.
Ew.
That doesn't help.
Fast.
Can you crawl?
Listen carefully.
Dude,
That was a whistle.
that's not funny.
Don't listen to him.
Listen to him.
Did you just
That
whistle?
whistling was a bit ominous. Yeah, don't listen.
touching the REM pod.
Well, I think that's good.
Who is he? We never got that answer last time. I know you said devil, and you've told us that he's something evil before. Was he brought here to this land?
Blind.
Wait a minute.
The no eyes thing?
Sunken in eyes? Is that what it said the last time?
Yeah, hollow or something like that?
Again, connects to the wall of eyes that I'm seeing, but whatever this thing is, it can definitely see.
The hollowed-eyed man. We want to speak to you.
Woo, that was a scary one, wasn't it? And I don't think, unless you're there, you can really know how terrifying it is. You know, I've walked around some haunted places, and you have to truly be in those places to feel the kind of dread and the anxiety that overcomes you. So anyway, on to the mediumship part of the reading. Now, they said the man with the hollow eyes, And what I was picking up on when I opened up to do the reading was it looked like a black panther type creature. I love panthers, and actually one of my spirit animal guides is like a panther jaguar looking beautiful animal. But this black creature cat type thing I was seeing wasn't beautiful. It was quite dark and nefarious looking, and the feeling that came with it. So I'm feeling that could be the thing that is the creeping and crawling around. And it's also a possibility that whatever is around and whatever conjured it can control it in some kind of way. So then I see a visual of 2 snow-peaked mountains and Cherokee Indians. Well, I think they're Cherokee. And what looked like, I'd say a medicine man. I was then given the word distant, and I see the Cherokee shaman looking type man dancing, and he was shaking, I think they're called rattles, shaman rattles. I see the word follow, and then I see the 2 snow-peaked mountains again. I also see some caves kind of at the bottom of the mountains. So I don't know if these mountains or caves are nearby to the land where they're investigating on this corn maze. I haven't got a clue, so if anyone else knows, you can pop that in the comments below. Then this shamanic Cherokee Indian type looking man, he comes, there's a sense I had straight away is just with love, there was nothing ominous there. And I see the word land spelled out, but he hands me a bunch of these beautiful white flowers. I don't know what flowers they are. They could be like native to the land. And as he hands over this beautiful bunch of white flowers, I see the word spelled out, peace. I then see this black looking creature type thing prowling in the mountains, but also within, that corn maze and that land there. I see the word spelled out, ritual, and the word sacrifice. So I'm wondering, and kind of was giving the impression as well, was there a sacrifice of an animal? And at that point, when I was writing down my notes, I ran out of the black pen that I've used on a few readings now, and ended up having to use a red pen, which kind of links into what I was seeing next, because seeing this black animal creature, I was also seeing blood and a sense of, real sadness. So as though there was a shedding, a lot of blood was shed on that land. So I'm sensing, this animal is quite likely was sacrificed, it was something pure and it turned into something evil. I see the words spelled out, curse, and I see the words land. I then see the words white man. So I'm seeing and I'm sensing, this was a desperate bid to protect their land through, magic and shamanism, if I've pronounced that correctly. And this would have been way, way back that this happened. I see the word peace again, and then again a red Indian man with these huge big feathers around his head. I'm thinking, shamanism, yep, sure, but also a chief. He looks like a chief of the tribe, and he's then offering me it looks like a wooden cup to drink from, like offering a drink, like hospitality, like welcoming. Again, there was nothing ominous about this man, and it definitely felt like a peace offering. I then see white men, so again, and that sense, that feeling of there was some kind of peace trying to be made. I see the name John, And I also see women in like big skirts and those bonnets they used to wear way back. Would it be in the Western times? I don't know about my American dates. Over here it probably would have been more Victorian times and before Victorian times. But in America, anyway, not too sure on your history. So I've seen these women in these big hats, and it was dusty. And like cowboys and Indians sort of era. I see the word peace spelled out again, and the name John spelled out again, and I see as a white man he's drinking whiskey or something like that. I see a saloon type bar, and then I see the word history. I see the name Veronica, and I see the word America spelled out. We're also seeing like huge ships. This could be them traveling, when they traveled over to America. But also it could be export. They could be exporting something. I see a tractor, and farmland, and I'm seeing black men and women. And I'm getting the sense that they were used as slaves. And then I'm seeing people being whipped. I get the word coalition, and I'm going to have to look this up because obviously all my British history is not good, but I'm sure coalition, something happened in American history to do with that. I see the word times and the word America again, the word peace again, and then the word attempt, the word land, and then I see land, and this land is like black and it's dark and it's bloody. I see this black, dark, evil looking creature again, and it's actually feeding off the blood from the land and the fear and the darkness, and all that accumulation of kind of horrific events over time. It feeds this thing, whatever it is. And I'm getting that humans created this monster, if you like. I looked up coalition because it was bugging me. I didn't really exactly know what it was, even though I felt it fitted. And coalition is formed when two or more people or groups temporarily work together to achieve a common goal. The term is most frequently used to denote a formation in power in political, military or economical spaces. So that makes sense, doesn't it? It sort of links into if they were at war and then they was trying to make peace and come to some kind of peaceful living. That does make sense. I then see the name Bernadette spelled out. I'm sensing that, this could be someone linked to the land, someone who owned the land, or worked it. And then I see an old lady in a rocking chair on a porch. Obviously the porch was attached to a house, and she was rocking in this rocking chair, and she was looking out and watching over the land. And I sensed that she had this knowing about what went on the land and, the history. And I don't think it's somewhere she would have even wandered by herself into cornfields or across the land in darkness. Yes, it could have been a previous owner and also a protector of the land. I see the word secrets spelt out, and then keep seeing secrets, buried, forgotten in time. And then I see the word buried spelt out. I then see coffins going into the ground on the land. So this may not only be natives buried there, like native burial sites. It could be slaves, and also the family that, owned the land or kind of taken the land years ago. I see the word spelt out, bloodshed, and this feels really dark, like a really dark thing that's happened and accumulated over time. I then see this wonderful, red Indian shamanic looking man, and he is dancing again. I keep getting rain dance, but I don't really know what the dance is. But that's what I'm seeing and sensing. And, as I'm closing down, he kind of bows down in a movement, not in the typical bowing movement that we would think of. And I see these white flowers again, and I also am given a sense that he's trying to cleanse the land and cleanse it of this darkness, and also protects the land. Yes, I feel whatever that story is to do with the land is very much about something went on where there was this coalition, and there was trying to make peace, or maybe they did make peace and come to some agreement, where hundreds of years it may have been just war and death and fighting and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really interesting to tune into. Obviously, it was only a short reading, because usually if I go into a big reading, it takes me days to do it, because I do it in 2 sessions, and then I type up the notes that I've written, and then I usually record what I've typed up. Sometimes I do EVPs too, but yeah, this was just a quick reading, a quick kind of glimpse into it. But yeah, if anyone knows exactly where they were investigating, anything about the land, if there was any mountains nearby, pop that in the comments below, because that would be fascinating to see if any of it can be validated. I know some you're going to think, oh, that's America, oh, that's all Native American land, all of that. I get that, but hopefully there's some bits that come up that I wouldn't have a clue about, whether it's where the mountains are, or the names that came up, or this particular peace treaty or something like that. Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed me covering Twin Paranormals investigation, and tune in tomorrow for the next one.